When I think about Kathy, I think about someone who actually legitimately cares about the people of this state. They don't care about keeping you safe. They want to keep you scared.
The governor herself said it. Everything is on the line. She has shown you what she cares about. She has shown you how hard she will work for the people of New York.
There's Vice President Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton hitting the trail for New York Governor Kathy Hochul as she scrambles to boost Democratic turnout in her tight race now against Lee Zeldin. Let's turn to our town hall for a reaction. Glad to have you guys with us again this morning. I started out early this morning asking if everyone would give me a show of hands. I'd love to go back to that moment. If you have been, in the past, someone you would self-describe as a Democrat, would you raise your hand? All right. And now of you, which by the way is the majority of our panel, if you have or intend to vote Republican in this midterm election, would you raise your hand? All right, so, wow. So several Democratic voters who have chosen to vote Republican. Let's actually start with the outlier. Josh, Democrat, still voting Democrat. Absolutely. Why?
Again, the notion that the 2020 election was stolen from Donald Trump and the fact that the Republicans in the House and the Senate, or a decent majority of them, continue to double down on that and run their campaigns on that, is complete dishonesty to the American people. And
I heard, in fact, the panel, I'm sorry to interrupt, you guys were all debating this during the commercial break. We should tell the audience, you were all having this debate during the commercial. I want to move to more people, but quickly, Josh, I have to, out of my own curiosity, how do you distinguish that from Democrats denying election turnout or results in the past, whether or not that be Stacey Abrams in Georgia, or in fact Hillary Clinton, who I don't think has ever conceded 2016?
Sure. So Donald Trump was the president of the United States. And it's bestowed upon him to do what's best in the interest of the nation. And he took this to 65 courtrooms nationwide where it was thrown out, went to the Supreme Court, that's heavily weighted conservative, they threw it out. The notion that you can continue to run on that and be divisive and cause the chaos that is happening, the infighting that is happening based on the notion the election was stolen, is unacceptable.
Okay, unacceptable to you, Josh. Now, as we point out, though, you are the outlier here because the other past Democratic voters have all said they're going to vote Republican. Brian, what do you want to say?
What about competence, right? I mean, he's voting now to keep the party that's in place, and they're not doing the job. They're not serving the people right now. So instead of looking back at what happened in 2020, let's look at what's going on right now. What's on the ballot box right now is how do we want the future to be?
Right.
And it's not looking in the rearview mirror. And I think Americans are angry about crime. I think we're angry about the economy. We're uncertain about our safety. And I think these issues have to be addressed.
You know, and all four of you in the front row said you vote Democrat in the past. You know, Brian brings up local issues here in New York. I know you've said everything in the end is local for you.
Everything is local. And as Brian said, you know, I can't look back. I mean, and we need to look forward. We need to address the present crime, the education, the COVID mandates that have gone on too long, and inflation. These are the things that I care about. These are the things that my neighbors care about. These are the things my community cares about. And we need to elect the best person going forward. I just can't look back anymore.
And I know sitting right behind you, Madeline, you shared your story earlier. 41 years voting Democrat until crime affected you personally.
Mm-hmm.
And how did that happen?
Yes, my son, Sergeant Hassan Correa, was murdered in Harlem in 2018. Hassan wasn't shot to death, he was stabbed to death. And I found myself involved in a criminal justice system trying to get justice and closure for, you know, the murder of my son. And I found myself at war with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, okay, and found that the killers had more rights than the victims.
Right.
And not just me, but hundreds and thousands of other mothers and families.
Not theoretical for you, something you personally
Something that
experienced.
is very, very real. It's not my perception, it's a real thing.
Kim, I want to go to you. Also a past Democratic voter, planning to or already have voted Republican in this election. Why?
Planning to just basically the scare tactics is ridiculous with the Democrats. Also, like, I agree with them, inflation, like when it comes to food, just buying simple things, it's just ridiculous gas prices. It's ridiculous what we're going through at the moment.
It's interesting you bring up the economy inflation. I see people pointing and nodding along. Actually, on that note, can I play something for you guys? I'd love to get your reaction. This is Joy Reid. She's a host on MSNBC talking about the concept of inflation. Let's watch together.
So it's interesting that Republicans are doing something they don't normally do, right? Which is not use the common tongue, right? Not use just common English to sort of do on their campaigns like they're doing with crime. But what they've done is they've taught people the word inflation, right? Yeah. Most people who would have never used that word ever in their lives are using it now because they've been taught it, including on TV, including in newspapers. They've been taught this word.
Margaret, I saw you scoff during that.
I mean, it's just absurd that people don't understand what the word inflation is. I mean, we're all adults.
We're living it. We're feeling it everywhere.
It's ridiculous that
our customers are feeling
that we're being told that we're taught this or fed this through the media, as though we don't, aren't intelligent individual people that understand what's happening around us and what's happening in our pocketbooks.
And she's a Democrat.
Yeah.
And by the way, you were a Democrat. You also raised your hand. You're going to vote Republican in this election?
Yes, I already did. I voted all Republican except for one Democrat.
American voters are not stupid people.
Right.
And when from the White House to these talk shows, we're told we don't understand what's going on. We're living it every day. These people in their ivory towers they're the ones with no concept, and they think we're stupid and they're trying to snow us. And then they read polls, and suddenly you hear like a Kathy Hochul suddenly changing her tune on crime. Why?
Right.
Because the polling was bad for her position.
Really quickly, last word to you, Beth. You're the only one that didn't talk. I gave Josh twice. Here's what everyone should know. These two were going at it during the commercial break on election day. Beth and Josh going at it. So I'm going to give you last word here at the end of the segment.
Okay. And when you had just said to anybody who's watching that Josh and I were going at it during the break.
In a friendly manner, I should say.
And that's really what's happening and what's wrong with our country. I'm conservative. I was never Democrat. I won't say how old I am, but I've always been conservative, and you're a liberal, and we're able to have a conversation, and that's what has to happen, because I think that when we come to the table, we have real conversations, we agree on a lot.
I'm really glad you pointed that out, Beth. I did. You say they were going at it in a spirited manner. It was not toxic. It was not negative, and it is something we'd love to see more of in this country. We appreciate all of you guys in this conversation this morning.
I'm Steve Ducey. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.